രാജശ്രീ വെങ്കിട്ടരമണൻ 130 വാക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഷോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് സ്പീഡ് ഡിക്റ്റേഷൻ. സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാത്തവരുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പ്ലീസ് സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ഫോർ മീ. ഈ ചാനലിൽ ധാരാളം ഫ്രേസസ് ഞാൻ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ അതും കൂടി എല്ലാം പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്താൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഹൈ സ്പീഡ് SSC, KGT ഹയർ എല്ലാം വളരെ എളുപ്പത്തിൽ എഴുതുവാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നതാണ്. You are right in thinking that I am not a stranger either to the state or to the city of Mysore. I have paid several visits to the state and also to the city. Of course, this is the first time that I come in my capacity as President of India Republic. Ever since I have arrived, it has been my good fortune to thank the members of the Municipal Council and the citizens of Mysore for the kindness they showered upon me. We have won our independence after a long struggle. Now we have before us very hard and sustained work in this period of construction. We have now secured the power of fashion our lives according to our own wishes. It is for us to utilize the opportunity to the best advantage of the people of this vast country. We have had a long history and a culture of which we are rightly proud. Science has now annihilated distance, and India, even if she wished to remain untouched and unaffected by cross currents of the world, cannot do so. We are passing through a period of transition in which not only many of our old ideas but also our old institutions are more or less in the melting pot. We have therefore to be vigilant so that we may not lose the good that is in the past as also in the present. We have the opportunity to make a combination of the old and the new, and to so develop and fashion our lives and our institutions as to make them most serviceable in the context of the present world conditions. Today, after my arrival, I received a letter signed by some persons who mentioned two things. One was the growth of public hotels and eating houses in the city, and other was the growth of cinemas. They wanted that I should signalize my visit to this place by stopping or abolishing both. I am afraid it is not possible for me to do that even if I wish to. Our present government is not an autocratic one, and the head of the state has no power to do whatever he likes. He has to be guided by the advice of the people's representatives, who in turn are to be on the part of the people. Generally, and that demand becomes so insistent that the ministers cannot resist it. It is not possible to do away with the growing number of hotels or the growing number of cinemas. Apart from that, there is another viewpoint which we have to take into consideration. As I have said, many of our old ideas and our old institutions are now in the melting pot. We have the impact of ideas coming from all sides. Conditions which prevail in one part of the world cannot but have their effect on us. We know that our food deficit is considerable, and we are being helped by the import of food from distant parts of the world. I do not know if a thing like that was possible only 50 years ago. Today, we find that our appeal for food from other parts of the world has received response in distant places. This is one good aspect of present conditions. Dear sir, I acknowledge the receipt of your letter dated 17th instant regarding the inquiry about the English language course conducted by our institute. I am very much glad to inform you that the course covers all the points raised in your inquiry. The details of the course are mentioned below for your information. Here is a very useful course in simple English prepared to meet a great demand. It begins from first principles, and explains how to pronounce and spell English words. It also gives students a wide vocabulary and includes handwriting, letter writing, and other very useful matters. It explains all the important principles of English grammar and composition in a very simple manner so that no student